Welcome back everyone. After my last video we have finally reached Emerald rank again. So now it's time to relax, lay back, have a chill session at the beach and... Wait, what is this? Do Diamond next? You know what? Sure, let's do Diamond next. Can't be that hard, right? For anyone that isn't familiar with ranked, these are all the ranks that exist. And if you're about average, you're in gold. If you're slightly above average, you're in emerald. But to be in diamond, you actually have to be kinda good. And dare I say, fast. Which unfortunately, I am not. My average is above 15 minutes, which isn't terrible, but it will not get me to diamond. So the first step in this journey is to practice. And practice, and practice, and practice, and practice, and practice. Can you tell I've been practicing? I'm kinda going insane. But since you probably don't want to watch 35 hours of me practicing over the last 3 weeks, I have compiled the best moments into an epic practice montage. So enjoy. Alright, so did this practice actually make me faster? Well, surprisingly, yes. Let's watch my new PB. Trust me, this run is worth the watch, because this seed was absolutely insane. And I'm gonna edit this video a little bit differently than usual, more in like a rec rap style, you know, with a voiceover, because right now I'm not live, I'm obviously speaking in a voiceover. And I'm doing this because I want to give you guys an update of what's been going on in my real life and why I haven't been uploading as consistently as I could have been. I don't want this video to be the average YouTuber excuse where I say, oh, I don't have time to upload or whatever, but honestly it's just kind of the truth here. Because right now I'm in college, I study computer science, and just college-wise, I'm not insanely busy, because I'm not the type of guy to study for like 5 hours a day and go through each of the sections of the lectures one by one. No, that shit's boring. I just pretty much take a very chill approach the entire semester, and then once it's exam season, oh boy. But yeah, thankfully at the moment we're in the chill part of the semester, which means I don't have to scramble to get everything done. But contrary to popular belief, I'm a Minecrafter that actually likes to go outside sometimes. Because I really like doing cardio outside, you know, biking, sometimes running. I generally don't like running, but I think it's a necessary evil, because after, you always feel better. But before I turn this into a lecture of what kind of cardio you should do, let's get back to the main point. A lot of the time I spent gaming actually goes straight back into MCSR ranked. Because in the last couple of months I've been watching a lot of MCSR YouTubers, you know, like Andronicus, Gradient Gray, Feinberg, you know, the entire Ludwig thing, that was really fun to watch, or, you know, like Natty, or the insanely high production videos by Nerdy. Like, it's just so awesome, and this entire content has gotten me motivated, number one, to play the game, and since then I've kind of become addicted, so I've just kept playing. And it also motivated me to make awesome content for you guys. Because I always wanted to take YouTube seriously. You don't even know how many channels I had before this. I think like 5, 6 other channels where I just posted the most awful videos ever, looking back on it. But back then I thought they were absolutely fire, you know, being 14 years old, wanting to make my big breakthrough as a Clash Royale YouTuber. But I'm not actually gonna tell you guys the names of the channels because I think I would cringe way too hard looking back at it. Let's have a quick story time break, and I'm gonna explain what's been going on in the run so far. So it's a ruined portal seed, which are usually pretty good, and on this one we're able to enter in like sub 2 minutes, and then we pretty much spawn on a double triple bridge bastion, which is my absolute favorite. Yay, bridge, let's go. And that is because it's the most consistent, and it's also very easy. Something you might not have noticed though is that I actually already saw the fortress while mining the chalice. So maybe I'll show the clip here. Now let's watch me mess up the bastion route I've practiced probably 100 times already, because I kinda forget to dig a hole before the pigs come, and now I have 50,000 pigs trying to attack me simultaneously, and you know, I take a little bit of damage, but in the words of an absolute legend, not even close. So yeah, I barely survive. And now we can continue with story time. Where was I? Oh yeah, my old channels. So yeah, basically I have this, you know, little problem of managing to wanting to play MCSR ranked, because it's actually really fun to play, but also make awesome content for you guys at the same time. And I think goals like hitting new ranks, for example in this video Diamond, are perfect for that. This is because it simultaneously allows me to grow as a player by playing a lot and trying to get faster, and also make awesome content for you guys. Unfortunately though, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I haven't hit Diamond yet. Right now I'm actually at a lower elo than I was before, but I am still working on it, so see this more of an episode 1 of reaching Diamond than the entire conclusion. And maybe next episode I'll be there, maybe not, I'm not sure honestly. Getting Diamond has always been a goal for me, but at the moment I'm just not good enough yet, I think at least. Because I've only been playing for about 4 months, which is when my first MCSR ranked video came out. And it's generally a lot of time. I think you can do a lot of things in 4 months, but I don't know if Diamond is quite in there yet. So if any of you guys are Diamonds, make sure to let me know in the comments how long it took you to get there. Maybe we have some Giga Chads in the comments that just ranked in as a Diamond. But yeah. If you've been wondering what I've been doing in the run, it's just I went the wrong way initially because I confused east and west. But I kinda saved some time with this pearl, which is pretty clean. And might I add to the run that this pace right now is absolutely insane. I don't usually get any sub 5 fortresses, and if it didn't go the wrong way, it might have even been a sub 410 fortress, almost sub 4 fortress, which is just generally insane. But here I do have a problem, because I should have stayed for one more trade at the bastion, because I don't have enough string to make enough beds to zero cycle technically, because I have 2 beds right now, and 3 anchors I think. Which is enough to kill the dragon, but it wouldn't be enough to zero cycle. And of course, since I've been practicing the zero cycle, it would save a lot of time. So at this point, I'm kind of hoping for some sheep on the blind, so I can still end up zero cycling. Oh yeah, and also, I've been thinking about creating a Discord, so we can have more community interaction. And you know, amongst making it easier to organize tournaments or events, it could also be pretty cool for questions and answers regarding tutorial videos, because I do like to upload those. And I don't think I've ever got more questions than in my last video about the ranked setup, because there's just so many steps that could go wrong on any other machine. And the only way to communicate with me is through YouTube comments, which I do like to read daily, but I'm not there every hour. And maybe if it's on the Discord, I have Discord on my phone, so maybe I could answer the questions there, which would just give you a more timely response. So if you think that's a good idea, make sure to let me know in the comments. But I will probably end up creating a Discord anyway, because it's just a necessity at some point. But yeah, one funny thing is that I actually got a sheep on the blind. It's right behind me right now, and after I measured its eye, I'm actually gonna shear it. Unfortunately, it's just 1. But this sheep is actually pretty Giga Chad, because it drops 3 wool, allowing me to make another bed. Which doesn't end up mattering in the end, but it is pretty random that I actually got a sheep on the blind, which isn't too common. Then I almost forget my ender eye, which is a bit of a noob move to be honest. And then I think, you know what, let's check around for more sheep, but there aren't any. Oh yeah, and one thing that just came to mind about the Discord is my skin. Because I'm pretty clueless on what skin to wear. Right now I'm obviously just using Alex. And also I tried to design my own cape, but I kind of failed, and all I have is the gradient that is in my profile picture. So if any artists or semi-talented artists know what Minecraft skin I should wear, you can leave a comment down below. And once I've created the Discord, I'll make sure that you'll be able to send a message there as well, and I'll read through it. So yeah. At this point I'm really nervous, and I probably have about, 140 heart rate, even though I'm just sitting there playing Minecraft, because everything has went so insanely well in this seed. But we're almost at the end already, so cue the summoning salt music. Wait, I should do a voice line. But then, he did this. Perfect. No, yeah, but this stronghold is actually really funny, because it's an absolute joke. I'll show you after in replay mode. But I basically enter the stronghold, do my normal, entity distance reduce, scan around, and I get the spike right there, so I think, okay, let's just send it mid. And then I go down the stairs, and after one corner, there's the portal room. Yeah, just look at this stronghold. What even is this? I didn't know this could exist. But I won't complain, because this is the only stronghold I can also insta-nav. And as I already said, I don't have enough explosives to zero cycle, so we're just going straight in for the 1. Even if I did have enough explosives to zero cycle, it would have been back diagonal CWT100 on buried 57, which I think top setup is just straight up impossible, and I haven't learned any of the side setups yet. So, yeah. And if you were just wondering what the hell is this guy talking about, don't worry about it, it's a bunch of zero cycle jargon. What I'm trying to say is, the 0 would have been impossible for me to hit anyway, so it's fine to go for the 1 cycle. So I settled for the next best strategy, which is just, as I said, 1 cycle with half bow in this case, because I do have a crossbow and some arrows. And now it's time to wait for the dragon. And I wanted to take this, half a minute to say thank you again, because at this point we've reached over 400 subscribers, which is honestly still insane to me, and the amount of support on the last videos has been crazy, as always. So thank you to each and every one of you for liking, subscribing, and commenting. And while we're at it, subscribe so you can become one of the OGs on this channel. Because only 5% of people are subscribed. Nah, I'm kidding. You know when you want to subscribe, so enjoy the run. And that is it for today's video. I will get back to posting more actively soon, you can trust me, maybe. But until then, see ya.